Hi. The OPPO brand doesn't often delight us with tablets. And while previous releases were mostly in the mid-range segment, this time the manufacturer has introduced an ultra-affordable device. Today, we're getting acquainted with the OPPO Pad SE tablet. So let's dive in. Just a couple of words about the package contents. It's similar to OPPO's budget smartphones. That is, inside the box you'll find a quick manual and a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. That's it. You can use a power adapter from your smartphone, for example. Fast charging up to 33 watts is supported. Now let's take a look at the tablet itself. I got the OPPO Pad SE in a muted blue variant for review. The back panel consists of two parts. The main one is metal. The top strip is most likely plastic. And the brand's signature feature, a large round camera window in the center. The build is solid. No creaks or flexing when squeezed. Buttons don't wobble. In terms of practicality, I have no complaints. The size and weight are quite standard for a screen of this diagonal. It's comfortable to hold. Nothing digs into your palm. And the matte finish means it doesn't easily pick up fingerprints. Let's go around the edges. Again, no surprises here. Volume buttons and a microphone on top. Bottom is empty. On the sides, power button, USB port, and speaker grills. There are 4 speakers in total. No bass, but highs and mids are decent. Volume and stereo effect are excellent. In settings, you'll find OPPO's traditional equalizer with 4 presets. Headphones must be connected via USB or wirelessly. There's no separate mini jack output. For unlocking, only face recognition via the front camera is available, plus the usual passwords and pattern keys. Nice that they didn't skimp too much on the screen. No OLED, no crazy resolution or refresh rates. Just a good, solid modern display. It's an 11-inch IPS panel with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels. It has a 90 Hz refresh rate and brightness of 500 nits, so it's great for watching videos, reading, and even gaming. The internals match the screen. It's powered by a MediaTek Helio G100 processor, a successor to the G99, which was the king of the lower mid-range a couple of years ago. On one hand, it's a pity it's not from the Dimensity series. On the other, at least it's not some ultra-budget unisoc. The chip has enough power for smooth operation of all non-gaming apps, social media, messengers, video players. Gaming is also possible on this tablet. Just don't expect high-end graphics. In heavy titles, you'll need to stick to medium settings at best, like in Asphalt. I played it quite a bit on default medium settings. The visuals are a bit rough, but gameplay is comfortable. Memory is a bit trickier. I got the version with 4 GB RAM and 128 GB storage. Yes, you can expand RAM using internal storage. Still, I was skeptical it wouldn't be enough. But in reality, everything worked as usual. Issues might only arise if you launch a bunch of apps at once. Another pleasant surprise, they used decent memory in this budget tablet. Not flagship level, but not trash like some second or third tier Chinese brands. RAM is LPDDR4X, storage is UFS 2.2. I mention this because it affects things like app launch speed and update speed. Connectivity is basic. My tablet is the Wi-Fi version, so no mobile internet. There's a mobile network setting, but it's just for using your phone as an external modem. No satellite navigation either. But it does have Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.4. Cameras in the OPPO Pad SE are in the "well, they exist" category. Both front and rear are 5 megapixels. The front is fine for video calls, the rear for snapping a document. Don't expect more. What impressed me again, battery life. This tablet has a large 9,340 mAh battery, which is solid for an 11-inch model. So 10 to 12 hours of average use is totally realistic. And briefly about software. It's the traditional Color OS skin on top of Android 15. Comes with the full suite of Google apps, including Google Kids Space. Only third-party apps are Netflix and WPS Office. No extra junk like alternative app stores, browsers, or games. So, let's wrap it up. At the time of recording, the OPPO Pad SE in this configuration costs around $160 to $180. The LTE version, with 6 gigabytes RAM and 128 gigabytes storage, yes, that exists, costs a bit more. It's a solid representative of the lower mid-range. On one hand, very affordable. On the other, it has everything you really need in a tablet: good screen, sound, battery for the price. I'll even count the processor as a plus. Yes, the Helio series feels a bit outdated, but the G100 still performs decently. Who's this tablet for? Anyone who finds a smartphone screen too small for reading or watching videos. Those who occasionally like to play something light. Also great for kids. Not every parent is ready to splurge on a top-tier tablet that costs almost as much as a laptop. The only thing I'm unsure about: what's the situation with screen protectors and cases? It's a new model on our market, and I haven't seen any accessories for it yet. That's been it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.